friends, this is Visalakshi and welcome to my channel English with Visalakshi. This is my very first presentation. So I've taken a very simple but very common topic, right? It's about prepositions. See, it's very tricky. Preposition by itself is very easy but very tricky in usage. For example, he was on time to class. He was in time for the show. What's the difference between both? On time, exactly at the required time. On time at 9 o'clock, the bell goes, he was on time. In time for the show. The show was at 5 o'clock, but he was there by 4:30 so that he could help in whatever had to be done. My father waited at the platform, in the railway station at the platform. My mother waited in the station. We don't know where, near the ticket counter or where was she? We don't know, near the waiting room. So in the station. She walked into the room. She's walking inside the room. She was in the room. She's already inside the room. So are you able to understand how the usages differ over here? These words are preposition. On, in, at, into, in. They are preposition. The prepositions are words which show the relation between noun and pronoun in a sentence with the other words used in the sentence, right? The fruits are in the basket. Fruit and basket are nouns. Where are the fruits? Inside the basket, right? So preposition is placed before a noun or a pronoun. I've taken a very simple preposition today because it's a vast topic. I've just taken a preposition of time. To show the preposition of time, I've taken again very simple words: at, on, in, by, since, for, from, before, after, during, throughout. Right? Right. When do we use at? At a definite point of time to indicate something that is happening at a definite point of time. We use the preposition at. At 3 o'clock. The evening bell goes at 3 o'clock. Right? The church bell rings at midnight. He said he'll meet me at the end of the meeting. So, specific in a very definite point of time. Sometimes for indefinite time also we use preposition. The cock crows at dawn between 4 and 6. Anytime. Right? At night. We said we'll go for dinner at night. Whether it's 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock, we don't know. Then Christmas carol is sung at Christmas, right? In the evening, eve of Christmas morning. So this is the usage of at. Where all do we use it? For a definite period of point of time. Okay? Then what is the usage of? How do we use on? On is used for days and dates. Please understand. On is used for days and dates. You may not confuse much between at and in or on. On is easy, but at and in we have to be careful, right? On Sundays, my mother prepares a sumptuous meal for lunch. On Sunday, we make it a point to go for lunch. Then on 26th January every year, Republic Day is observed. On Diwali Day, crackers are burst. So, on is used for days and dates. Now, how do we use in? I told you earlier, you have to be careful when we use an, at and in. In is always used for a period, for a larger time span of time. At is used for a definite span of time, right? In. See, in the morning, or in the afternoon, or in spring. It's a season, right? In spring. Or we can also say in March. In March. Then we can say in 1984. Right. In the morning. So we have physics classes in the morning. Right. In spring, it's new, fresh everywhere. The plants are green. Then new plants sprout out in spring. Then in March, we get ready for the board examinations. He was born in the year 1984. Right? He was born at Chennai in 1984. Are you able to understand how I am using it? Right? Then Similarly, in the morning, they went, you can say in the morning, they went to the chapel and attended the mass at 10 o'clock. So, in the morning I said, but attended the mass at 10 o'clock. So, at and in, repeatedly I am telling you, be very careful in the usage of in and at, right? Okay. Others are very, very simple. By. When do we use by? The show, when we want to tell that the show will be over by 8 p.m. The show will be over by 8 p.m. That is within that time, before that time. When we use that, when we want to show the latest time by which an action is going to be over. That is the best explanation. Latest time by which an action is going to be over, we say by. Okay. Then since and for. Here again you have to be careful. Since. Since from that time it is still going on. It happened. It started at one particular period and it is still going on. Right. It is raining since morning. Right. It is raining since morning. Then I lived in that apartment. I'm living in this apartment since 2015. Okay. So from that period till now, still it is continuing. So starts and, or you say started and continuing. That is how you use since. How do we use for? For will be used for a particular period. It rained for 1 hour. For an hour it rained. So we say it rained for a particular period, we say an hour. Then I attended that school for 2 years. So again, so here you say a particular period. So when you have to be careful in the usage of at and in, then since and for. Okay, particular period. Now before, after, these are very, very common. See, my father left to his office before I could come out of the house. Okay, then after finishing my lunch, I came, after finishing lunch, we walked out of the house. Same thing. Before I could come out of the house, he went. After I finished my lunch, I walked out of my house. So this is very easy. During. During means a span of time. So during the year 2025, there were a lot of changes, climatic changes. You can say during the year 2025, there were a lot of climatic changes. Then throughout the year 2025, we had a lot of confusions. Are you able to understand? So that is the span of time. This is how it has to be used. If you feel my video will be of some help to you and it is worthwhile watching it, please press the bell. Thank you. We hope to meet you once again.